Hey y'all, it's Nate. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm only speaking on this because something is kind of urging me to, but this is not really my typical type of video. So as you all know, if you've been watching me, you know that I do have prophetic dreams and visions and stuff like that. And I've been getting a lot of dreams about just my life and my family and things like that. And a couple weeks ago, maybe, I have it all in my notes or whatever. I had a dream about like family members and trying to basically like put me in some room. So I be in the spiritual realm fucking shit up, y'all. God be putting me on different missions, and I be going and doing different things. It's like kind of like in the room people are facing judgment, or like God will send me to certain places or be around certain people to see what's going on. It's a lot. It's a lot. And you might not understand me. You might not even believe me. But I'm not here to try to make people believe shit. You don't gotta believe. It's a lot of unbelievers out here. Just join the fucking boat of all the unbelievers. So I had this dream, and it was some family members of mine who they had the way that the dream started. It was very lustful, and what they had me doing, I would have never been doing in real life. And it wasn't nothing like that. I don't want y'all to think crazy. It wasn't like that, but it was just that I was talking, like having a conversation with someone who is very much who is very much married, and their wife was pregnant. They have kids or whatever like that. So, and this is someone that's older than me, someone that, you know, goes to the church that I grew up in, and it's someone that I wouldn't have just been like chilling with, but his energy in a dream was telling me that, you know, he's not a true believer. But I already knew this. I already knew that. And he was being very lustful in a dream towards me. It was just like we was sitting down somewhere, and it was like he was just like being very lustful, trying to talk to me type of vibe. But his daughters was there, and he has daughters with a cousin of mine. So his daughter was there, and it was like I was just kind of like talking to the kids or whatever. But what I learned was that these people from my family who's been doing this magic on me, they use this as bait to try to get me to do something, because I was playing with his child, and then the child started running away, and this was them using me as bait to get me to this room that they were trying to get me in. So now I'm chasing his daughter, and I'm like, how the fuck I get here? So I'm chasing the daughter. Boom, the daughter runs into this bathroom. I go into the bathroom. Boom, I see the family members that does black magic, and it's like, boom, got you. Now they got me into this bathroom. So I'm in a bathroom, and I told some people this dream already. So if you are subscribed, you already know what's going on. And I'm not going to say names or whatever like that. But 2 + 2 = 4. 4 + 4 = 8. So if people know, they're going to know. But, so boom, they get me into the bathroom. So now I'm in this damn bathroom, and in the dream, I was at my church that I grew up in. And I don't always have dreams at that specific church. A lot of times I be having dreams and we be in sanctuaries, but it'd be different type of churches. But I'd be there, and there'd be some people from that church, and it'll be like they'll be super excited, or like, oh my God, Danae is here, which lets me know that I have like a really big ranking, which I already knew this. Y'all already know I'm really God's daughter. So they'll be like freaking out, like, oh my God, Danae is here, like. Or even like one time I had a dream, one of my old pastors was like, oh, Danae's here, like telling the whole congregation like Danae's here, so be on your best behavior type vibe, because I guess I was there to like vet them and see what was going on, like giving judgment. It's very weird, I know, to people that don't understand, but to me, I'm learning what it is. So this time I was at my old church that I grew up in the Bronx, and we was at that location, and boom, they get me into this restroom, and it's my uncle that I'm always talking about. It's one of my uncles. I see my aunt walking in. I see an aunt of mine walking in. I see a sister that goes to the church walking in, and it was someone else, but I can't remember who exactly it was. But I remember those 3 people. So now they're walking in. I get into the bathroom, and as I'm walking in, one of the girls was like, the sister was like, and I don't talk to her anymore or whatever like that. But she was like basically like talking about black magic, and I was like, hell no, you do black magic too? She was like, yeah, everybody do it, you don't do it? I was like, fuck no. So when she said that, as we was walking like to the bathroom because it was like a table in the restroom that we were walking towards, because we was already in the bathroom, but we was like still walking in the bathroom towards the table, and she was talking to me, and I was like, fuck no. So I already knew what was going on, what they was about to try to do at this table. So I get over to the table, and I got my uncle to the left of me standing up, and then they sitting down at the table, and we sitting there, and I see one of my old friends in the restroom, and I'm like trying to talk to her or whatever, but it's like she couldn't hear me. It's like no one could hear what was going on. So I like people in the background couldn't hear what was going on, but it was only her that was in the background, my own one friend that I had growing up. And it's like she just couldn't hear me, kind of like she was a zombie, but not a zombie. Like she wasn't looking like dead or nothing like that. She kind of was looking a little, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But she couldn't hear me, and I was like, help, like telling her like help, like, and I'm laughing because obviously I wasn't in danger, but I wanted someone to just step in and help. So I'm laughing, and even while I was saying help, I was kind of giggly because I was like, help, like, girl, you don't hear me, like talking to the friend like she ain't hear me. But I was just sitting there. And because the other girl, when she was walking in with my aunt, she said what she said about black magic, I knew that that's what they was on. And I knew they was going to try to either poison me or try to get me to eat something while I was dreaming in the spiritual state to affect me in the 3D. So, Shorty ain't hear me when I was saying help. So, I ended up escaping. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Come through. Damn, damn, you really want me to talk about this. So I end up escaping from the bathroom. Like, nothing else really happened. It was just, I remember Shorty talking about black magic. She was like, you don't do it, everybody do it. I'm like, fuck no. And then we were sitting down, Uncle standing next to me. I see someone that I know, and I'm like, help. She not paying me no mind. So I'm like, this bitch can't hear me. So then I remember just escaping out of the restroom. So now I'm running out of the restroom, and I'm running out into the congregation, and there's mad folks in the congregation just sitting there. And I'm running, and I'm looking for somebody, right? And I tapped somebody, and I'm thinking it was that person I was looking for, but it was actually one of my cousins, and it wasn't them. But when I was running out the restroom, I wanted to scream out like, they do black magic, like da-da-da. Like, it's so funny to me now, y'all. And it was kind of funny when it was happening. This how I know that I be doing and not that how I know, because I've had many dreams where I just be doing shit, and even from their responses in the dreams, it shows how much like I'm a big deal. So as I'm running out the restroom, my uncle come out the door, and he's standing. I'm over there like I'm ready to scream out that they do black magic, but I'm like, I don't want to fuck up what they got going on in this congregation. Whole time my uncle come out the restroom, and he's standing at the bathroom like, catch her, screaming, literally screaming. I'm like, fuck, I should have just screamed. Like, this is why I'm saying, like, I be really having a fun time, like like I really be playing too fucking much in the dreams. So I'm like, this pussy really screaming. Like, he was screaming like, catch her and get her mom. I guess he was like telling someone to catch me and find my mother or whatever. So long story short, after that dream happened, y'all, why I found out recently that one of the aunt that I saw, she passed away. Now this auntie done passed the fuck away, and this was literally a couple days ago. All right, so now that aunt passed away. So now, last night, I'm dreaming. I'm having multiple dreams. I'm everywhere. Like, I'm chilling. I remember I was chilling with one of my sisters, and we was making round. It was like we was at this gathering or something, and I didn't trust the food and shit, because my aunts or somebody like that was in charge of it. So I was like, they liable to poison this shit. So it was like I was setting up the food. It was like a food tower or something like that. But I was remembering what foods I wasn't gonna eat that I know that they poisoned. That I know they poison. It's like God still be having me around these folks, knowing that these folks don't really like me or whatever it is. So I'm setting up the food station. I'm like, yeah, I ain't eating this shit, bitch. I know they probably poison this motherfucking food. I ain't eating that. So I'm setting it up, whatever. And then like one of my sisters, I remember talking to her, and we was in Jersey, and she was like telling me a couple people that she wanted to go see. Yeah, I'm gonna go see this person. And then she was talking about seeing one of my uncles. Now, this is not the same uncle that I always see in my dreams. This is another uncle. And she was talking about seeing him. But I'm like, This nigga don't live in Jersey. In my head, I'm like, he don't even live in Jersey. Or whatever. He don't live far from Jersey, but I was like, he don't even live in Jersey. I think he live in PA. I'm like, what? So she's like, yeah, but I gotta see him. I gotta see him. So we were going, making our rounds about people who was gonna go see and have went here and here and here. But then I woke up because I wanted to start figuring this shit out. So I could change things around in my dream, and I could talk in my dream and narrate things in my dream. But sometimes when I be like over the dream state and I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck be going on, I will wake the fuck up. So I woke up and I'm like, why was she beasting? Because I was like, why we gotta see him type of vibe. Like, he be acting weird. Da-da-da. She was like, no, I gotta go see him. We gotta see him. And when I'm waking up, now I'm thinking like, is he sick? Is this uncle sick, or is he finna die soon? Because I mean, I just seen the auntie in the dream. She talking about black magic. Now she dead. So now I'm like, what's going on with this uncle? And you know, things happen in threes. So I guess God is making me talk about this now just to, I don't know, just to let it be known, and I could go back and see what I be talking on. This is why I've been like journaling and writing things down whenever I do have dreams, so I could really reflect on these things. But I'm like, is this uncle finna die? Like, is he sick right now? Maybe I don't know about it, but it was like she had to see him. Like, she was making sure that she was going to see him. And it was like, if she didn't see him, it was going to be too late or something like that. So I haven't talked to this uncle. This is another uncle that does go to my church that I grew up in. Okay, I grew up apostolic Christian, very religious background. Church is very cult-like, so definitely don't go there anymore. You know, I awakened and I outgrew the matrix with that. So I'm just very curious now if I'm about to hear that this uncle is passing away soon or something is going on, because my sister was very adamant about going to see him, you know, and that really just stood out. And I was like, damn, maybe I need to talk about this. I don't know, to give a warning, but not really a warning, because I know some people, if I do have family that are subscribed to me, they might think that I'm insensitive about what I just said, you know. And it's not even that, you know. It's just like when you start to really see people for their fruits and their spirit, and you can see how people really operate and how they really act, it's nothing to really be sad about. You know, I don't really be having the sympathy that I guess I should. Like, I would feel more sad about their children. You know, I care more about their children, about the cousins, about my cousins, about my family that don't know what be going on, but I don't actually feel sad about what's going on. And because honestly, me and death is very weird, y'all. I kind of got this not nonchalant way of death when my one of my cousins passed when I was young. And I had just seen him the day before, and it felt like everything was good, like he was looking good, everything was good. And I was so confused how when they told us the next day that he passed. And I remember talking to my mom, and I'm like, why did he die? Like, how did he die? Like, we just saw him, everything was good. I think I was about like 12, y'all, or 13, and I was like, everything was good. Like, how he just died? Like, what the fuck? That's so weird. Like, talking to my mom, and my mom was like, don't question God. Like, it's just sometimes it's just some people time to go. That's just their story. This is just where their story ends. And I don't even think my mom realized that when she said that to me. Why am I getting emotional? Why am I getting emotional? But when she said that to me, and it's not a lot of things that really stick with me that my mother says, but when she said that to me, I was like, wow. Because I feel like I was crying at the time. I was like, I was just chilling with my cousin. Everything was cool. You know, this kind of hit a lot of us off guard. I ain't gonna lie. It hit a lot of my family members off guard when my cousin passed away. R.I.P. Julian. R.I.P. to my cousin Julian, yeah. But when my mother said that like that, the way that she said it, it's like something snapped in me. And I was like, she right. Like, we can't control it. You know, we really can't control it. That's why you need to just do what you need to do on earth while you can, because when it's your time, it's your time. And ever since that, I kind of started looking at death and things a lot differently. I feel like I matured very fast after that talk, because it was just like, I didn't have time to be sobbing anymore, because what she said just really made sense. It was like, don't question God. Like, God knows what's going on. God knows the spirit. God knows if people is ready to go. God knows if someone is asking to leave. Like, we don't know the relationship they have with God. We don't know if they're asking God to take them away. We don't know if they're being abused in their living situation and they're asking to leave, you know? So I started to just, even another cousin I just had that just passed recently with his situation, you know? So it's like, you'll start to realize that some people really do be wanting to go, you know? And some people, they don't want to go, but because of the damage that they have caused, or because someone has to go, they gotta go. And that's just kind of my way of thinking, you know. Ever since that talk, I was probably in like 7th, 8th grade, and my mom said that, and she was real calm and like serious, like, and it kind of, because I was like crying, I was like fucked up. That was like my first real experience with death. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, we was just mingling with this man, we was just at church having a good time, nobody was acting like he was sick. Like, what y'all mean he dead? Like, you know. But when my mom said that, it gave me a lot of clarity. And, you know, I learned just moving forward not to question God, and just to understand that it's for a reason, you know. And even if I don't know the reason, or I would never figure out the reason, I understand that everybody's story doesn't end how we want it to end. Everybody's story isn't meant to end a certain way that we think. You know, we thinking that people gonna live to see 80, 90, 100, and that's really not the case. Some people is only gonna live to see 1 year old. Some people only gonna live to see 5 years old. Some people only gonna live to be 10, 11, 12, you know, 15, 16, 18, 21, 23. It's just the way that life is, and it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up, you know. And even me, like, I don't know how long I'm gonna live, but I do pray to God, and I ask God that I am, you know, here for a long enough time, you know, to see the world and see the whole transition and everything that is going on. But again, we don't know, you know. We never know what our story is and how our story concludes, you know what I'm saying? So I just start looking at it like that was just the end of this chapter in this lifetime, you know, because our souls are still living on, so they can reincarnate and come back and try again another time, and try again another time, and try again another time, and try a life another time, try a life another time, and again and again and again, you know what I'm saying? So it's just in this particular lifetime, which sucks because we don't really remember other lifetimes. You know, you gotta meditate and really get into that. Motherfuckers ain't doing that. So it's like all we know is the life that we're living now, you know. So yeah, but I don't know why I wanted to share that. I guess I'm just like, you know, solving my own shit here, and I'm just like, damn, I wonder if that was kind of like a pre-warning that my uncle is sick, or something's going on that I might not know about, or I'm about to hear another death, because it was like, I seen my aunt, boom, now she passed away. Now I'm talking my uncle, we going to see him, boom, you know. So, and I'm getting emotional, and this is like not me. This is, you know. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And I don't know why God even led me to talk about this, but here we are. So I catch y'all on my next video. Love y'all. Bye.